Big Drive Energy Live Father's Day Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there. We are recapping and watching the U.S. Open down the stretch. We've got a very, very close U.S. Open. And once again, this follows the exact replica of this entire golf season for us. If there's a tie or a very crowded leaderboard going into Sunday, it ends up not being close and somebody runs away with it. Today, we had a 6-shot lead for Wyndham Clark that has been whittled all the way down to 1 as we currently sit. Sam Burns is in the fairway or just off the fairway at 18, about to hit his approach shot, I believe, correct? Have you seen his approach shot yet?
Yes, he's got 12 feet for birdie right now to get to 4.
Okay, and Wyndham Clark is on the green at the... Oh, God, we're going to have to do something about this.
I'm sorry, yes, I'll pause it. But Sam Burns just missed his putt on 18 by a fucking inch.
I'm watching Sam Burns putt right now.
Okay.
He still hasn't putted.
Let me grab the remotes real quick.
Wow.
Sam Burns just took his hat off. Tell me when. Sam Burns' hat is off. About to shake hands on 18.
Hat is coming off now.
Okay, I'm playing it.
Sam Burns, final round, 67. And really, if you look at his whole week, he didn't have a blow-up round. His two highs were 71 and then a 68 and a 67. So,
dude, like I don't want to scratch my own back, and I mean we might be setting up for a generational crash out here by me. So let's just start here. Tommy Fleetwood already bent me over and showed me the 50 states.
Oh, did he bogey 18?
He 3-putted 18 to bogey it.
Oh no, because I checked that and I was like, oh, Mitchell's going to have basically a perfect week, because you can't have. Remind everybody here our picks. Well, Barry the Banana, I should say. Barry the Banana was about to have a perfect week, and
yeah,
I am striking out everywhere. So this is
about to whisper sweet nothings. And wait, didn't you have Hatton top 10?
I had Hatton in my one and done, but
oh my god,
zippity fucking doodah.
Okay, Wyndham needs to get this drive in the fairway here. Oh, and it's way left.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Actually, that's not very high fescue. I just want him to get one more. I can't sweat this out, dude. We just got out of the car from a 7-hour drive that was supposed to be 5.5, and just basically coming off of a bit of a long weekend bender. So I'm primed to just fucking lose my mind here if Wyndham blows this.
Oh man. Well, before we get into more Wyndham Clark, Sam Burns, let's get into some storylines from early in the week, starting the week, and everything kind of leading up to the Sunday. And then as we're live on the show, we'll keep you updated with the golf shots. Scottie Scheffler here teeing off on 16. I might be right, or it's good. I can't tell from the view.
I might get into that bunker. I don't know. Never mind. It's good.
No,
I mean, it's playing 6:30 today, so I don't know if Wyndham is really the only guy, or one of the only guys probably that could possibly get there, and he's just fucking hit it left going left. So,
well, this was where he had the shot of the golf tournament yesterday, as it stands now, correct? Where he hit the cut 3-wood into the green to like 8 feet.
Yep. Yeah, it's dude, talk about a roller coaster for Wyndham Clark. Well, so let's start with happy Father's Day, bro. I haven't been able to tell you in person.
Back to you, brother.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Shout out our legend Stu Smith looking down on us. We miss our guy. But where do you Thursday that was the Waco Neiman club throw, correct?
Yeah, well, I got some notes. I was taking notes all tournament, so we can definitely start there.
Well done.
Let's start with Thursday. Keith Mitchell, who is going to top 5 this major. First player in U.S. Open history to shoot 40 or worse, 41 on the front 9, and break 30 on the other 9 within the same round. 41-29 for an even par 70 with the 7th 29 in US Open history has got to be the most unhinged scorecard there's ever been at a US Open.
That is
or period.
Oh, they're still looking for Wyndham's ball, so that might not be
No,
good.
I think they found it. They're just getting everybody out of the way.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think they've got it, but doesn't look good. Although I will say, well, on 9, have you been watching since he played hole number 9, or are you?
I literally got out of the car a half hour ago. That
Okay.
Just poor planning on. I mean, we left at 10 a.m. with the thought that we were going to be back by 3:30 and catch like basically the last 12, 13 holes. And we got home 20 minutes ago. So that the traffic was real quick. This is a sidebar. There's a highway in Connecticut called the Merritt Parkway. And if I could choose to remove one place from this earth, it would be that highway, because it's the biggest fucking joke I've ever dealt with on the road whatsoever. It's a 2-lane highway in each direction, and it's like the main way to get from like the Northeast down to New Jersey, New York. So it was literally a parking lot almost the entire time. Like that's all I'll say about it, but I'm still fucking on tilt about it.
Yeah, I bet that was quite the treat.
Yeah.
So Wyndham Clark on 9, he hits it into a spot where they were like, oh my God, this is going to be a tough up and down. And then he hits a shot that basically he almost makes it. And it was funny because either Smiley or one of the guys on the call couldn't quite see. Maybe it was the guy on the course. And he just hits him with, like, as it's rolling, he's like, did he make that? It was pretty good.
Oh my God. Well, I was listening to it. We had it streaming. I mean, I was actually able to watch a few shots because the highway was basically a parking lot.
Yeah, so you're basically on a couch, just on a recliner, essentially.
I was sitting in the driver's seat, basically like watching golf shots that Missy had up in the passenger seat. And then we also listened to it on Sirius XM radio, which I don't know how this keeps happening. I don't know how I end up catching final rounds of majors listening to the single worst broadcast I've ever heard in my entire life. But yes, I mean, Wyndham has just had like, talk about a 180 where I think a lot of people feel bad for the guy now because of how the spectators are treating him this entire week. Well, I can speak from experience in saying that I feel kind of bad for the guy.
Well, do you want to get into that a little bit? Because that's kind of making the rounds. Obviously, there's been actually multiple people kicked out of the tournament today due to calling a ball going in the bunker, saying, you know, whatever. Tom Kim here, 2 under, outside chance for Tommy, out of fucking nowhere this year.
Yeah, like
or this tournament.
I mean, to see Sahith Theegala and Tom Kim on the leaderboard earlier today. I think Sahith has fallen off, but I was like, is this 2024? Because I don't think they've seen a leaderboard since then.
Yeah, this cool story for Tom Kim for sure. I mean, our friend Jacob Franklin from PHNX, because he's on the Tom Kim train, as you were. One of your 26 predictions of 2026 was that Tom Kim makes a comeback, and he was like, look who's on the leaderboard. I'm like, won't be for long, buddy. And he's made his way here. He's solo 3rd right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get into the clubhouse. 17's not easy. 18's obviously not easy. So I don't know, man. This whole situation's giving me the runs. I'm fucking shaking like a dog shit in a peach pit right now. So, but let's talk the Waco Neiman, because Neiman actually had a pretty damn good week. Either Scottie Scheffler's shot tracker is off, or he just sliced to like 80 yards. Okay, he did slice it like 80 yards. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Waco Neiman. Yeah, this was like his first actual good performance at a major in a long time, if not
maybe ever. Yeah. And he made an 11 on that hole. Like, if he would have just made a fucking bogey, he probably would be in contention, if not leading the event. And it shoulda, woulda, coulda. They were like, oh, if Keith Mitchell would have shot even par on the front 9 on Thursday, he'd be leading the tournament. It's like, well, yeah, if he didn't shoot 29 on the back 9. Well, and so Waco Neiman, did you see what he said?
Yeah, if my grandma had tires, she'd be a car or something like that.
Yes. And there's a more derogatory version of that I think I've said before on the pod, but I'll leave it out today just in case. But that was crazy. I mean, and then to jump back to today, them putting Scottie and Wyndham on the clock is was unbelievable. And I think it was really more Wyndham than it was Scottie. Like, oh, what a
Great
golf
golf
shot.
shot.
Like,
Can I say something about being put on the clock? So I played 18 holes yesterday.
oh, yeah.
My first Saturday round, my first weekend round in a long time, since maybe our member guest last year, I'm pretty sure. And so it was great. It was phenomenal. It was like only golf. I wasn't coming from work. I wasn't going to work afterwards. I didn't have to worry about work calls. No, picking up kids or any of that stuff. Just playing golf. I enjoyed it. But we played our round in 4 hours and 3 minutes and got talked to twice about being behind. It was
That's
absurd.
crazy.
But it also made sense because we were basically on 14 green, and the group in front of us had already played 15 and was teeing off of 16. So it was fair, but and I know I'm not the slow one, and I know people say that all the time, and that usually means they are the slow one. I know it's not me.
I can attest. Other than when you're looking for tee balls.
Yeah, which I didn't do much of yesterday. I was hitting it bad, but I was hitting it at least around the fairway or
hitting in front of you enough.
Yeah, in front of me enough to know where it was. But yeah, dude, getting put on the clock, I got so stressed out. I was running up and like quick hitting 30-foot putts for birdie, and
that shit's the worst.
Yeah, it was not great. It was not great. But playing in 4 hours and 3 minutes, like we didn't even put people on the clock at our old course unless they were playing in 6 hours.
No, 6. I mean, we've discussed this. I mean, maybe years ago when we were running our old course, but I think 4.5 to 4:45, anything under 5 is acceptable on a weekend at a busy public course. Acceptable is relative, but you have people out there that are like, you should be getting around in 4 hours. It's like, have you ever seen a traffic jam on a highway? There's nowhere to put people. As long as you've got people keeping up with, and that is where you're like, it's valid because you weren't keeping up with the group in front of you. But at the same time, I feel like if a foursome is playing in 3.5 hours or less, that's almost like that's almost too fast.
Oh, dude, yeah, it felt like, especially when we got behind and then need to speed up, I was like, dude, we're playing basically speed golf here. And we had a threesome behind us that was constantly up our ass. So they were probably complaining about it. But I'm like, dude, if you're playing a Saturday morning round in essentially exactly 4 hours, I was baffled, and being put on the clock shook me for sure.
Well, dude, we were playing this little public course up in Maine on Friday. We were just planning on playing 9 holes. We get to the tee. We have a 12:55 tee time. We're kind of like running. We didn't get there until like 12:40. So we check in, grab a couple drinks, head to the first tee. There's still 2 groups in front of us waiting to tee off. So we were 20 minutes behind before we even teed off. And then we actually quit after 7 holes because we wanted to watch the soccer game, and the group in front of us was still on the tee on 8. Like we finished 7 and we caught up to the next group. They were just sitting on the tee, like barely starting to tee off, and we're like, we're fucking out. And that was at probably that was over 2 hours already. So it just goes to show you how. But I will give a shout out to None Such River, which is a wild name. Like I don't even think there's a river called the None Such River there. But it was a really cool track, like very, very, very cool little place. But the pace of play was fucking atrocious.
Yeah, which I would imagine most, well, we lived it for years, for a decade.
Yeah, it's just a constant stress.
Pace of play is like, all right, Wyndham's approach shot here at 16, the par 5.
Oh, God. Spin.
Oh, yep.
Spin. Come on down. Stay there. Stay there. Oh, thank God.
All right. He's going to have a birdie putt to get it to 5 under, but just want to 2-putt that and stay at 4.
He's been actually hitting some really good putts these last, like he almost made the one, he left the one short, like a foot short, I think on the last hole, but the hole before that, he burned the edge, like almost made that. So I don't know, man. Did you see him walking up the fairway, like wringing his hands? He looks like he's like about to, dude. Yeah. I mean, like the most nervous.
Well, his last US Open win, I was telling my wife about this, his last US Open win, very much a different, like he didn't have to like hold on to every shot. He didn't have to worry about a ball. If it's a foot off, it's like terrible. He had a lot more control over, there's a lot less control players have at this golf course. You miss shots by an inch and you can roll off the back of the green and you're chipping instead of, it's a very, very quick birdie to bogey scenario at Shinnecock Hills. And speaking of Wyndham making putts, so I had a note here after Friday. He had already made in 2 rounds 214 feet of putts going into the weekend. And that was
Wow.
obviously when he was dominating 7 under par, kind of head and shoulders above the field, making 200 and basically 107 feet of putts per round is pretty nuts. Like that's it, especially here when you have, it was funny. My wife today watching this tournament, she watches a lot of golf, a lot of professional golf, but as we've talked about, Matt, he is on the back of the green on 16. He's
Probably
putting.
about 25 feet away, 30
Yeah,
feet.
he's got like 25 feet for birdie on 16 after hitting it in the fescue, hitting a great layup, but that's all he could really do. And now is on the green putting for birdie. My wife, who watches a lot of golf, but like we've talked about on the PGA Tour, how they show everybody making all these long putts, like that's a lot of the broadcast. We were watching today, and I think 5 or 6 guys missed a 4 to 6 footer in a row, and she's like, they can't make anything here. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how it is at Shinnecock Hills, and that's how a US Open kind of should be.
Well, okay, so let's talk about the overarching theme of this tournament. Wyndham Clark played the round of probably his life on Thursday, and then has just kind of held on by the seat of his pants now these last few days. Obviously, we're seeing some cracks in his game coming down the stretch, or more early today, honestly, than down the stretch. But I thought this was going to kind of be a snoozer. And, I guess knowing that he's on my betting card, I should have known that it would never be easy. Because why can I just get handed a win? I can't just
A
have a
45 to 1 winner just run away. That never happens.
No, it couldn't happen. It doesn't happen to me. Like guys will 3-putt on 18 to get outside of the top 10. I think Tommy knew he was on my card and he just wanted to fuck me one more time. Oh, Scotty. Okay. Well, so also let's talk about the course conditions, because it felt like the course was almost a little too gettable the first few days. And I think it was because of how much wind there was. Like you couldn't let the greens get that much faster, because otherwise balls are going to be blowing off the green. But then clearly the Thursday afternoon wave had some sort of advantage, because we had a fog delay Thursday morning. It was windy. You couldn't see where your ball was. Kind of cleared up Thursday afternoon. And that's when Wyndham went out, shot that unbelievable round. And even Matty Fitzpatrick was kind of in that same ballpark. Like he played really well up until this weekend where he kind of faltered. But yeah, and then these last 3 days, like I've watched quite a bit, not live because we didn't have cable access, but it feels like I really haven't missed that much until just today now. You know what I mean? It felt like this was just going to be this boring ass type of finish. So, all right, Wyndham's about to putt. Oh God, he left it so short. Go. Oh my God, he made it. Let's
Wow.
go, Wyndham. Come on, baby.
What a putt.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Dude,
you're
and
saying he left it short, and I looked up and I was like, it's rolling still, and it's 3 feet short of the hole.
Well, it looked low and left to me. It looked low and left. What a birdie to go. Wow.
After that tee shot, yeah.
Yeah, to then wedge it out. And did you see where that third shot or his second shot ended up? Like, oh my God, that was an electric fist bump. Wyndham has got the fist bump down. That could be the signature moment for him.
Well, do you want to go back and talk about the fans, what they said to him and getting kicked out? Do you want to discuss that? Because what do you think it's fair they're getting kicked out? I don't know. I mean, I guess there's, kind of a no tolerance policy and you can think whatever you think about Wyndham, but it is kind of wild how many people hate the guy, especially being a Ryder Cup guy. Obviously we've known him since he was 16 years old, Colorado kid as well. But it's a little shocking to me that he's getting as much hate as he is in New York, very American kid. And he's I mean, yeah, he's had some hot temper moments, but so is Tyrrell Hatton. Like, what's the difference between Wyndham and Tyrrell Hatton? And do you think it's fair that the people are getting kicked out? Because I don't know if it's fair necessarily, but it's just like, just stop. Like, why do you have to do this?
Yeah, no, I would agree. I it feels extra. Like I I don't think you should get kicked out, but I also don't think that you should be yelling stupid shit, like actively rooting against someone. And I think partially that Wyndham passion that he just showed right there was sticking it to all the dudes talking shit and screaming shit at him in the crowd today, because he could have easily just crumbled and pissed this thing away, shot 78. And I mean, there's still 2 holes left. I'm not counting my chickens here, but to knock that putt in to make birdie there was just like a big fuck you to everyone in the crowd that was rooting against him today. Because Scottie is, I mean, another week, another top 5 for Scottie Scheffler, most likely. And the putter has just been ice cold. And ironically, Wyndham has been strokes gained putting the highest in the entire field. Like, what did I say? I want to go back and find that clip from our preview, because, and I say it every time Wyndham wins, when he's hot, he's elite hot. He's major championship hot. Like, he's got all the tools in the bag. It felt like every time I looked at him hit a tee shot, he was hitting it fucking 380 yards. Like, obviously it's firm out there. Okay, Wyndham's safely aboard, but he's got about 40, probably 50 feet on 17.
Matt, Scottie did have a birdie putt at 18 or at 16, excuse me, but didn't make it, missed it short, just a little short left, kind of like all his.
It was like 25, 30 feet, so it wasn't like a great look.
Unless you're Wyndham fucking Clark.
Well, dude, and did we talk about his putter on Wednesday? Did you hear about this?
No.
So that ping putter that Wyndham's using right now, he said he has so much lead tape on the bottom of that thing that it won't even register on a swing weight. Like, he can't even swing weight it because it's that heavy. Like,
really?
he's swinging a fucking brick on the end of his shaft, basically.
When did he make the change to the ping? He's not part of the jailbird gang anymore.
Well, no, dude. So crazy enough, actually, this came out, I think, Wednesday, right after our pod, or just or Thursday morning. He signed a putter deal with Ping, and he signed a 1 club deal, and it is in the history of professional golf the first ever 1 club only deal where he is exclusively Ping putters now, for the foreseeable future, for however many years he signed the contract for. So he legitimately is like putting his money where his mouth is like, I'm staying with the Ping putter. I mean, you can't even tell it's a fucking Ping because the logo's covered with 8 pounds of lead tape. But I thought that was crazy because he's a free agent. We've discussed that, where he's playing whatever clubs. I mean, I was listening to interviews where he changed driver like 5 or 6 times this year. He's changed putters a handful of times. Like, he is truly, he's got some bad PR, obviously, but he's like the most common man golfer. Not the most common man, but he's a lot more like the average golfer than you think. Like, he's a fucking basket case. He switches putters all the time. He switches drivers. He told Big Cat on Pardon My Take, he's like, I've bought like 6 training aids in the last 2 months that I see on Instagram. I'm just firing whatever training aids. He was on the range yesterday afternoon hitting irons off of a tee that was teed up 2 inches high in the air. I'm not sure what drill that was, but he's like fucking searching for anything. And he's he was leading a major by 6, and he's doing this shit like Saturday afternoon. So I think it's electric. Like, I think I may do a full reverse where all this hate Wyndham is getting, I am now a fan. Like, I was never not a fan, but I definitely was pretty early on the Wyndham hate train. But now I'm at the point where it's like everybody dislikes him that much. I think it's kind of unwarranted. Like, it's gone a little too far at this point.
Right. Well, let's get back to, before Wyndham putts here on 17, let's get back to some stories and recapping from earlier in the week on the US Open. So Joaquin Niemann, who ends up finishing at 1 over par for the event, we kind of alluded to this. So Joaquin Niemann hit, and this is a tweet from Gabby Herzig. She goes, just talked to a volunteer, Tristan Chang, great name,
Chang.
who witnessed Joaquin Niemann's club throw that cost him a 2-shot penalty. So that cost him a tied for third finish, I guess, at this point, and obviously also made a egregious number on that hole as it was, just by the way he was playing it. After hitting 2 balls OB, Niemann tried to get free relief from fire ants to no avail, where his third drive ended up in the fescue. Got visibly angry, kicked the white flag that another volunteer used to mark his ball, continued to kick around the sand, proceeded to chuck his iron from the fescue area approximately 50 yards to the very edge of the course on the right. Almost did not walk back for the club until a police officer delivered it to him. Quote, pretty impressive throw, Chang said.
That is pretty funny. I like Waco Niemann. I kind of miss watching him tee it up. You know what I mean?
Well, the other thing that I think is catching a lot of online hate at this point for Joaquin Niemann getting a 2-stroke penalty is, was it John Rahm or one of the other players that basically hit a bad tee shot and was just kicking his driver down the fucking tee box as he's walking?
Yep. Yeah, it was Rombo. And that's where it's like, we've talked about it with these rules officials and their fucking power trips, but it's like either penalize everyone or penalize no one. It can't just be this arbitrary, like, oh my God, go. Travel.
He's going to have a knee knocker. It bounced so much. Yeah, you see him saying that, dude. You could see it visibly. The first 4 feet, it looked like it caught air. It went up in the air.
Well,
and that's what's so crazy about these greens, dude, is you play more golf in the Northeast now than I do. But like looking at this golf course, it looks like the greens at this point, there's legitimate spots in them where the grass has grown a quarter of an inch or an inch, or not an inch, but that's insane. But like on the greens, the grass has legitimately grown in different spots, and the ball looks like it's almost looks like a shitty muni that doesn't mow their greens for 3 days.
Well, dude, no, it's Poana greens.
I know what it is. I'm just saying, like you can legitimately see it on TV how insane the green complexes are.
Well, and the craziest part is like Poana and Pebble Beach has got the same shit where you can see the splotches in the greens, but these courses are in the worst possible locations to have Poana because it grows so much in humid weather. Like, so these things are bumpy as shit by the end of the day. Like, and especially if you got them going fast, because with Poana, you got to try to hit it hard enough to keep it online, you know? And if you can't hit it hard, you're just at the mercy of whatever it does. But yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of a bloodbath. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. Another thing that I saw earlier this week that I want to discuss. What do you think of tournaments not putting flags out on the course in order for the players to be able to tell which wind direction it's going in?
I think it's just a little bit of gamesmanship from the USGA in this case, or the golf course, or who?
No, because
Tom Kim with the shot to get to he's gonna have about a 10-footer for birdie to get to 2 under. Doesn't change anything for him really, other than if Scottie makes a birdie and coming in, and then he's gonna be solo 3 either way.
Okay, Wyndham for par.
Make or miss.
Like it's like I think he makes it. Would be great for the drama though.
Oh God, he's backing off it. You can see the fucking lead tape line when he sets his putter down. Look when he sets his putter flat and they zoom in on it. It's a Sean Fisher-esque move there.
Yeah, looks like he's got it like dead center. Maybe a little outside right. Pulled it.
No, it's left.
Yeah, he pulled it.
How big is that fucking birdie now on 16? Wow.
Yeah, well, and it's like a sliding doors thing, but there's definitely, when you have a 1-shot lead versus a 2-shot lead, it's you know, he may have played it a bit different. I don't know. It's just one of those where you never know. But Michael Kim tweeted, and Michael Kim had a nice week too. Shout out Michael Kim. He tweeted that because I think it was one of the golf.com guys or whatever tweeted about how these flags, like, they should be illegal because they give the players an advantage of telling which direction the wind is going in. And Michael Kim replied that at Augusta, that's why they have no flags on the property other than the flags on the greens, because they don't want you to be able to tell which wind direction, which way the wind is going from above. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like, that is how next level Augusta thinks. And I'm personally a fan of it because that's just another way that these tour pros have an advantage over your everyday golfer. Like, you can't tell which, if you don't have flags all around, you can't tell which direction the wind's going in. So I kind
Yeah,
of like that.
I do, but to me, it's like they're already playing one of the toughest golf courses in the world, set up as tough as possible for the best players in the world for an entire week. You've got to be able to have, like, they still have to hit the golf shots, but knowing which way the wind is going, I think is, I don't know. To me, it's like I don't care. If they know, I would rather them know which way the wind is going and try to be able to hit the best golf shots they can, because it's still clearly, looking at this leaderboard, 3 guys under par, which will tie the amount of guys under par in the history of Shinnecock Hills U.S. Opens, by the way, if it stands.
Yeah.
I just they I know they get a lot of opportunities that the normal golfer doesn't get, but they're not the normal golfer. When you go to a fucking basketball rim at your local, your local outdoor park, and they're triple rims and they're very hard to make shots on, and they're probably 9.5 feet or 10 feet 2 inches. That's just how it goes. When you go to an NBA court, that shit's 10 feet even and it's flat and it's perfect. Like,
Yep.
that's just the way golf goes. To me, I don't mind if they can see which way the wind's going more than the common man, if you
Well,
will.
dude, I got to tell you, I played around last week and the wind probably changed like 35 times. And I could not tell for the fucking life of me. It was so in my head that when I saw that flag tweet, I'm like, if I had flags around every green, I would feel so much better about knowing which. And the other crazy part is there's not a fucking tree on this property at Shinnecock, like not a single tree. So you can't even tell, you can see which way the branches are blowing or whatever from trees, but not a single tree on this property. And let's go back to just what we talked about before, because this has all come to fruition and it doesn't always work like that. But this course has a lot of similarities to LACC, like not a tree on the property, wide fairways, tough greens. You got to iron it well. You got to wedge it well. You got to putt well. And I mean, but you have an advantage. Like if Wyndham was driving it well, he's hitting it out there. I swear it feels like he's fucking averaging like 350 off the tee this week because the fairways are so baked out. But it was the exact setup that it felt like was good for Wyndham Clark.
Yeah, I mean, you see, like, there's definitely been some holes where guys are just hitting irons and they're hitting an iron 280. Like the ball is just landing in a certain spot and it's so baked out and dry in that spot that they land it. But then there's a lot of shots like this Scottie Scheffler shot's a perfect example of that. He just hit a ball right in the center of the fairway. It goes so far and lands and bounces so much that now he ends up in the rough on the approach to 18. Like sometimes I do think the fairway piece of it gets a little ridiculous. The greens, have them be quick, have them be hard, have them be pool tables, whatever. But when the fairways get like that and there's like very minimal areas you can hit a ball to where it actually ends up in the fairway is a little bit insane to me.
But my thing is with there not being any trees on the property, like you can literally, these are tour professionals. They can work the ball however they want to keep the ball in the fairway. Oh, that's missing the fairway right.
That's missing it way right. Wyndham Clark's drive at 18. Oh my God. Oh, all right. That landed so soft. That landed so soft.
That could have been so much worse than it was. Holy shit. Dude, you know what else I didn't realize? They said it on the broadcast. His instructor teaches at Cherry Hills. Like he's come full circle. He went to a bunch of guys in Vegas. He's kind of bounced all over the place, but his instructor is out at Cherry. So that's
was that it's his current instructor or his like first instructor?
No, current instructor. What else have we not touched on? I mean,
there was a couple other notes I had from earlier. Did you see the chick pick up the ball?
Yes, I did see that.
God damn it. How does that happen? How does that happen in any professional golf tournament ever?
It just goes to show you not everyone's got a brain out there, unfortunately. It is confirmed Sam Stevens made par on 18, so Tommy Fleetwood is T11. So that chaps
if he would have made bogey, huh? If
Yes,
he would
he
have
would've
made
been
bogey, it would have brought Tommy into the top 10.
yeah,
Quick tweet from a couple days ago. This tweet about James Nicholas, who was in the field and actually leading the tournament, made the first birdie.
yep.
Somebody tweeted, James Nicholas is the white man's Bo Jackson. And
I saw this.
it has his PGA Tour profile card. 2015, he was a football player at the University of Yale. And then in 2015 as well, it sounds like, oh no, he played Yale. He played professional
Hockey at
hockey.
Yale. Well, no, he played hockey at Yale. Or did
Oh
he
yeah,
turn pro in hockey? Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
Well, this picture of him is, I guess it's clear, like it's a picture of him and a profile of him from when he played hockey at Yale, but it says he's 29 years old. So maybe it's a current profile of his former hockey days. But yeah,
okay.
three sport athlete, and I don't think it gets more white than hockey, golf, and football, right? I wonder what
Yeah.
position he played in football. It doesn't say on this. It's kind of
He looks
unfortunate.
like either a wide receiver or like some sort of gadget scat back, running back type of scenario.
Yes.
A Wes Welker type or a
Yeah.
Danny Amendola type. Um, other quick, not necessarily a storyline, but it was fun to see Justin Johnson like turn back the clock for 18 holes. Like, dude, when Dustin Johnson is swinging it good, not a lot of guys look better than that. Like, he just
No.
fucking steps up, makes that massive turn, rips it down there 350, grabs the tee, fucking keeps walking, like not a thought in his head. Doesn't give a single fuck. Already
Well,
got
in
like
such a
200 million in the bank.
in such a interesting golf swing too. Like when you look at it, I'm gonna fuck up the pro nation, supination, whatever the term is. But
The
what
really
like
flex left wrist. That's what
yeah, his left wrist at the top is unlike anything you can ever really teach or see from anyone else. I don't know. You watch a lot of golf swings. Have you ever? Is there any other professional that does that to that egregious of a level?
I mean, Jordan Spieth has a lot of lead wrist flex as well. But to that level, I don't know if there's another guy that does it like that. Like he's legit like 90 degrees like this. It's bananas. He's got such a unique golf swing.
Well, yeah, and so this is on Friday. He makes bogey on 3. He shoots 1 over on the front 9. You're like, oh, he's in it. And on the back 9, he makes birdie on 10, so he gets himself to even, and which is at that point he's 4 under par. He's 4 under par, which right now would be leading the golf tournament or tied for the lead of the golf tournament. And he goes double on 11, bogey on 12, bogey on 13, par on 14, and an 8, a snowman on 15, and completely in a 4-hole stretch takes himself out of the golf tournament. And I wonder how many guys you could just pinpoint this week even of the guys, if you cut it down to the guys that made the cut, how many guys had a 4-hole stretch of 7 or 8 over par that just completely fucked them. They had no chance after that.
Well, and that was the most impressive thing that Wyndham has done, up until today, was he just did not have a 3 or 4 hole stretch of dog shit golf. Like that is truly what the US Open is. Okay. He's stepping over it.
Wyndham Clark's approach at the 18th hole, a 1-shot lead, 192 yards to the hole, back up the hill, into the wind to the left. He's hitting a big old draw, or trying to. He hates it.
He hates it.
Oh. Well, he's on the green. I mean, what? I wonder what he thought was going to happen. I mean,
he looks like he absolutely hates it. I don't know if he can see where it is.
Oh, that may be true. Maybe he just, like when, like I even know this and I'm not that good of a player. When you have a 190-yard shot that you hit 170 yards, you just know it's not, you just feel it and you're like, yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, and your playing partner's like, that's fine. And I'm like, I just automatically knew it was nowhere. It had no chance of getting close.
Yeah, this happened to me when I was playing with, shout out our boy Justin Sternad the other day. I had like 115 yards in, and which is like a 90% pretty good sand wedge for me. And I hit it, and it's like garbage. It's 25 feet left of the hole, but it lands on the green, kind of rolls to probably 20 feet, and I'm like throwing a fit. And he's like, "Oh, so bad!" Like it's just the different I'm not like it's a different level of golfer. I'll just say
No,
it
but
out loud. But
there's also nothing more annoying than hitting a wedge shot immediately offline. Like
yes,
you're like, I have 90 yards and this thing started 12 yards right of the hole. I don't give a fuck if it's pin high. I automatically hate it. Like,
yeah.
I
Honestly,
automatically think less of myself as a human being for that.
sometimes it makes it worse if it's pin high because you're
Yeah.
like, all I need to do is get the goddamn club online from 90 yards, not hitting a full iron shot into this shit.
All right, Wyndham's got the shoulders strutting, like he's kind of got the Rory walk going. He's got the shoulders going. The Conor McGregor fucking.
Is that
Look at
his
me.
coach right there, or is that his dad?
I think it's his dad.
Oh, shout out to what was the amateur that had his dad on the bag today? That was a cool
Miles
moment.
Russell.
Miles Russell, 17-year-old. I was pretty bummed that I would love to go through and see the stories of the caddies of guys at the US Open who Monday Q, like they Monday qualify, not Monday qualify, I'm sorry. They they qualify
sectionals.
Yeah, they get through sectionals and they don't play normally on any sort of tour, so they don't have a full-time caddy. Like it'd be fun to go through the stories of why this guy's caddying for him. Did Shinnecock Hills have X amount of caddies that like got hired for the week? You would imagine is maybe the case, but Miles Russell today on the 18th hole had his dad, who was watching him obviously the whole tournament. He made the cut at a U.S. Open in his first try at 17, not even gone to college yet, and his dad got to caddy for him on the 18th hole of the US Open as he's coming down the stretch. And it just gave me the feels because I'm looking at my 3-year-old son and thinking, all right, dude, 2042, 2040 US Open, where are you at? What are we going to be doing? Are we going to be in this? Is this going to be me?
Did you have Sawyer sit in front of the TV and be like, watch this? This is going to be us.
This is what we're made for.
Well, also, so Scottie blew his approach shot over the green on 18. So this is going to give Wyndham a little extra time and not feel like he's got to fucking rush to read this putt. So this is kind of good for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good 50 feet. Sam Burns, I mean, let's talk about Sam Burns real quick because obviously right now, as it stands and normal, when Clark 2 putts this, he wins the US Open. Sam Burns, for being a good putter, even though Chief will like this, he doesn't look like he's a good putter. He really kind of lost it with his putting at the end of this round. Like, granted, you're not going to make a bunch of birdies at Shinnecock in the U.S. Open, but he had a very, very makeable putt on, was it 15 or 16?
I think 17 and 18.
Oh, it was 17 and 18. Back-to-back holes, very makeable putts that a guy that is that level of a putter makes most of the time, and he missed both of them, and all he needed to make was one, and he's in this thing.
For a second, I thought Keith Mitchell was colluding with Sam Burns because he kept hitting it right behind him. And I'm like, is this motherfucker just going to give him reads all down the stretch coming in? Like, are they working against Wyndham Clark? And Keith Mitchell's that kind of like sleazeball looking dude that'd be like, yeah, dude, I'm not winning. I'm going to fucking give you a couple reads here.
But some of the greatest memes of the year off Keith Mitchell. I almost called him Keith Burns. The Keith Mitchell walk coming up the front nine on a Thursday, I believe.
Yep. Oh, God, look how fast that shit is. And then the low spots of the green are like burnt out. Those greens just look brutal right now. Oh my God. And hey, overall, this has probably been the best finish of major season so far. Would you agree?
Yeah, Aaron Rai from hole 6 to hole 12, the PGA Championship was more intense, and then after that, it got significantly less intense. I think this one, although I don't know, to me, I'd rather have like a 3 or 4 horse race than a 2 horse race where one guy finishes way earlier. I wish it was a little bit more of, all right, so he's got a 2 feet uphill, 53 footer. I would hit this 12 feet.
And 1 inch of break. So it's not a big breaker. If anything, it might try to fall a little left to right. Dude, if he could
scowl.
Oh, dude, I'm so nervous right now. Holy shit.
Reminder, Mitchell has Wyndham Clark 45-1. Or sorry, bury the banana. We're not giving any credit to Mitchell. Bury the banana. 45-1. What if he just makes it? Oh God. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's over. It's over, baby.
Wyndham Clark, 2-time US Open champion.
Wow.
Like, is he? And I was going to mention this because he played with Brooksy a couple times earlier. Is this Wyndham Brooksy thing? Like, I think Brooksy's maybe a little more likable, but game wise, like they're two dudes that have always struggled with the putter. But when when the putter's somewhat hot, they're fucking untouchable. Like,
well, and it's. Did you say the story came out or that he actually changed putters this week? Because if he goes to this ping and wins a U.S. Open, a major with one of his first tournaments with it,
I think
now
it's
he's a ping guy for life.
He put it in the bag for the Valero when he won a few weeks ago. Holy shit, dude, I can't believe I picked a fucking winner. I feel like
you didn't. It was Barry. It was not you. It was Barry.
I can't believe Barry picked a winner, dude. We were
Chief even tried to mush you, dude, mid-Friday.
Dude, Chief tried to give me the gears, and I was like not having it. I mean, but realistically, like maybe Chief helped because if it was just me picking Wyndham, we know that that's not much of a track record. I cannot believe Wyndham Clark is going to win another U.S. Open. I lost to him in the regionals my junior year by 6 shots, finished second. He fired 67. I shot 73.
Just a second-rate player.
Dude,
kind of ironic. One of the only few non-fathers on the PGA Tour wins on Father's Day.
Dude, I'm so happy for him. I really am happy for him. And he's just pumped up as fuck. Like, I think how great would it be if he just went double birds to the entire crowd? Like, fucking just lean into it. Who is the shitty dude in Adam Sandler's golf movie? Shooter. If he just went full Shooter McGavin and just flipped the bird to everyone in the crowd.
Wyndham Clark's win profile is now the 2023 Wells Fargo, the 2023 U.S. Open, the 2024 Pebble Beach shortened, the 2026 CJ Cup Byron Nelson, and the 2026 U.S. Open. Pretty elite.
And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I did have U.S. currency on him to win and top 10, so I got me a nice little payday.
Yeah, what was he to top 10 again?
Let's see here.
Oh, we can just pull it up. I'll pull it up here.
Well, I was just logged in, but I didn't want to mush myself.
Plus 370. So you're up 48, 40 basically 47. 46.7 units. Barry's card is going to look elite next week. You've done all you need to do the entire year.
You hit one winner.
And a 45-1 winner is all you need to do.
Oh, dude, I love this. And it's not this woe is me, like just fucking Rory McIlroy lower bottom lip. Just he's like pumped. He's stoked.
What a win.
I'm so happy for him.
Wyndham.
Yeah, that wrote itself. But yes, I'm making a little skrill of this first time in a while.
You know what's actually aggravating to me is my original
picks.
Yes, that's another major L that I'm going to take on the chin. But the and granted, this is like the first week of the year I haven't bet your picks and you hit a winner, so whatever. But the fact that we do the one and done, and obviously the fact that we're brothers, like I didn't want to pick Wyndham too because I didn't want to look like we were just picking the same guy. Because I originally submitted Matt Fitzpatrick and Tyrrell Hatton, and then I had already taken Fitzpatrick, so I had to take Fitzpatrick out and switch, and I switched to fucking Chris Gotterup instead of Wyndham Clark. That's so fucked. Fucked.
I'm already chirping. I'm getting my get back on everybody that was talking shit about my losing season so far. I'm already blowing up the text messages because Garbs has texted me being like, you fucking suck at gambling on golf, which I am well aware of and I know very, very intimately. But dude, a 45-1 winner. What a setup, man. What a
That
couldn't draw it up any better. I am just basking. Like, it's one of those where I truly like hate to lose more than I like to win. So I kind of just feel like relief right now.
yeah, and
And
the Tommy Fleetwood fucking you early was like kind of
oh,
scary.
dude,
It was like, all
that's
right,
when
here we go.
I felt like the writing was on the wall. Like, this is going to be another rough Sunday for Barry the Bananas betting card.
And Wyndham Clark has played with Barry the Banana. Do you realize that?
Dude, yes, he has. That is
Wyndham Clark has played a round of
Wyndham
golf
Clark has looked
multiple with
Barry Banana in the fucking eyes. And it probably was like, why the fuck does this kid have a banana head cover on his 3-wood? Like, what kind of loser is this?
Oh, that's so great. What a great pull.
Dude, Wyndham is
Oh my god.
so I think I told this story, but Wyndham told me when we played together that he used to bring his putter in to the restaurant and like shine it after matches and stuff. Like, he's obsessed with his putters, and he just carried his putter into the scorer's table. So I think like he might kick his girlfriend out of bed tonight and be like, this thing is staying with me. This thing is sleeping in bed for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, wow. Unbelievable, man. Wyndham Clark, Colorado
Oh
kid,
boy.
US Open champion.
Unreal,
Unreal.
man. I'm shocked. I might have to have a cocktail.
Claps to you, my boy. Well done. I can't wait to add the units up on that card when we make it next week for your shitty Travelers picks.
Oh, dude. And what did I say? I said, don't let me get hot for the US Open. I called my shot and I have delivered.
You did.
I brought it. It's all I got. If I pick another winner this year, I might start selling my picks to people. Like, we might
be the greatest golfer of all time.
We might have to put this shit behind a paywall. I might make an OnlyFans just for my golf betting picks.
There you go.
$10 a month.
Start a Patreon. Oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Awesome.
Do we have anything else? Is there any other storylines you wanted to touch on?
No, man. I think we kind of nailed it. We kind of nailed the whole week. It was a great event overall. I think they got a little. I will say, you got the prediction that you needed to get correct, but you predicting that somebody maybe gets to 2 under par the whole week when Wyndham started today at 7 was a little off.
But then it went in the other direction. Like, I ended up not being that wrong. Oh, last thing, let's touch on. What did you think of the fans or lack of fan situation out there?
Well, yeah, Chief sent us that article today, and I don't think it was, and maybe this is, just good job by the production crew of NBC and Peacock and whoever's running the cameras. It didn't look like that on TV to me. Every area that was, granted, I guess Thursday and Friday, they showed some of the random greens on the front 9, like the par 3s where the grandstands were maybe a quarter full. But that's just kind of how golf tournaments are, man. They're weird. Like, when you go to them, you kind of pick a spot, and sometimes there's so many people in certain areas, you just don't want to be around that many people, right? So you just go find a spot in between 2 fairways in the rough and kind of just park your shit. So I don't know. I don't think it was blatantly obvious. Now, obviously, the traffic and everything we talked about before the pod with New York traffic, and they showed cars getting on a ferry. I didn't know that was a thing. That's wild. Like, I didn't know you could just drive your car onto a ferry and take it across to Long Island.
I think that was from like Connecticut.
Yes. Yeah, I believe it was. But still, I fucking blew my mind that people were just lining their cars up like on a highway today, like you were, and they're just pulling into a ferry and just taking it across the fucking water.
I mean, that's probably the quickest way to get there because, yeah, we were seeing Ubers from JFK that were supposed to take like 3.5, 4 hours to go about 60 miles.
Well, yeah, because they showed, it was a part of the broadcast today where they showed where the PGA Tour was going next, and it was going to the Travelers, which is in Connecticut, and the direction they had to drive was a full U, from the end of Long Island all the way down and around, and the actual, like, as the crow flies, as they say, could get there in probably 30 to 45 minutes if you were just in the air.
Yep. It was, yeah. I mean, it's a mind bender. Nothing makes sense out here. But the whole fan thing, I mean, look, the grandstands on 18 are already completely empty. They talk about the exclusivity of the Hamptons, and I don't think it's the exclusivity. I think it's just that big of a nightmare. Like, how many people ask me, you know, are you going to go out to the US Open? I'm like, you couldn't catch me dead driving 4 or 5 hours each way just to watch golf for one day. Like, I'm not, and who knows how much, you know, hotels were out there, probably $500 to $700 a night minimum for just little dog shit. But yeah, it's just not an ideal location. Like, it's a great golf course, but that's why it's so hard to do it out there, because it's so hard to get to it. So, anything else? We're like, Wyndham's about to go do the trophy ceremony. Not that many people hanging around for the ceremony here.
No, I think that's it. I mean, I think we wrap up this special live down the stretch edition. I can't believe we're already 3 majors into the year. We've only got one left. We've got the Open Championship, and
the series are setting in.
The playoffs are fun though too. Those are always great events, and then we have the President's Cup is this year. Woohoo! So that's at least a little bit of juice.
Woohoo!
I guess. Woo! But yeah, kind of crazy to think the 3rd major of the year is already over. We appreciate you all tuning in to Big Drive Energy. If you're watching this on YouTube, throw a thumbs up on your way out. We'd appreciate that. Or if you're listening to the audio version, click the app, if you will, that you're listening to it on. Go give us a 5-star rating or a 2-star rating or whatever rating you feel like we deserve. If you enjoy this podcast, we'd appreciate that. Go buy our Big Drive Energy hats. Go buy our Big Drive Energy hats. It's in. Go to our Twitter. Go to our Instagram. It's in the bio. You can get to the link, or tweet us, whatever. We'll get you a link. Get those hats shipped out. We need Big Drive Energy all around the country. We appreciate you all tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And we will be back with another episode of BDE this coming Wednesday. Talk to you then. Peace.